I'm shutting down my 30K per month business, my 30K per month agency, and I want to break down in full why. Because I like to be very transparent on this channel about my trials, tribulations, things I've learned, and I think it's important to share that. Cool. So, as I said here, no, this is not bullshit. I actually am shutting down my 30K per month business, and I want to explain to you why in full. Okay, cool. So, let me give you some context. You probably have no idea who the hell I am. So my name is Dan James, and I run a YouTube agency for SaaS companies, entrepreneurs, and businesses that want to scale via long-form content. I've been running it for about 2 years, and my revenue oscillates between 21 to 31K per month, which is excellent money. Of course, not the biggest agency in the world, but it's been great, and I've very much enjoyed scaling my business. And I think the thing that I'm most proud of is that I've been able to get real results for real entrepreneurs, real people, not pipeline value, none of that nonsense, actual results. So here's me working with the third biggest credit creator on YouTube. I've done some work for him. He left me a wicked testimonial. And then we've got some other clients that I've worked with as well. And it's just been awesome. So with all that being said, why on God's green earth would I shut down my current agency? Because I've seen so many people who will not be named. It's because they're getting into coaching, they're getting into info, and they don't want to do their agency anymore. But so many people will scale an agency to 50, 60, whatever K a month, and then they'll shut that agency down and become a full-time guru. Newsflash, spoiler alert, I'm not becoming a guru. I'm doing a different business. But I want to explain why I'm shutting this one down. So there's 3 main factors. The first one is the market, next is AI, and the third one is a big opportunity. And no, the big opportunity is not coaching, okay? It's not bloody coaching. It's something else. So the market. The current landscape of YouTube agencies are absolutely everywhere. If you go on LinkedIn, like I've just done with these guys' photos, and type in YouTube agency, there's going to be like 4,000 of us, okay? There's so many people. And I'm not fearful of competition. I actually love competition. If you know me personally, you know what I'm all about. I'm here for it. Like, let's go. But I think that what's happening is that the supply of YouTube agencies is kind of outstripping the demand. And that's why I'm like, it's a bit of a red ocean. And red ocean does mean that there's money to be had, but I think there's a bigger and better opportunity for me in particular, which I'll get into. So if you look here, there's just so many different YouTube agencies. This guy here is killing it. This is my friend, Samu. I think he's doing like 150K a month with his YouTube agency. So there's absolutely money to be made. I'm not trying to debate that. And on that note, I've taken more sales calls recently, and I'm hearing the objection of AI can do this for me. And I'm a bit like it's kind of hard to debate that because it can. And that's something else I'm quite cognizant of. And even on the note back to the red ocean, this dude emailed me saying that he gets pitched YouTube agency 3 to 4 times a day. Oh my gosh. This man's getting pitched 3 times a day. Please take that in, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's another reason why I'm like, I think that this industry is somewhat completed, because you got to think about it. If you're being pitched 3 times a day for something, yeah, supply might be outweighing demand. Cool. So then the next thing that I've been thinking about quite a lot is AI. So AI cannot do the entire process yet, but we are 24 months, probably honestly like 16 months away from it being able to do the entire process. So the strategy, the scripting, the editing, being on camera, and I speak to so many people who don't like being on camera. I personally love being on camera because maybe I'm a narcissist, but I love it. I find it very enjoyable talking to a black circle on machine. Now, 99.9% of people on this earth don't actually want to just talk to a machine all damn day. So the second that AI can just replicate this for them, they're not going to want to do this anymore. So that's another reason why I'm like, AI is coming for this market pretty aggressively. Now, one can make the argument, oh, well, if you're a content agency, this will allow your process to be more streamlined, and that's absolutely true. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that you can't make money from this, because you absolutely can. My friend Samu is doing 150K a month, I think around that, has 40 plus clients. So I'm not saying that you can't make money. I just think there's a better opportunity for me in particular. Cool. So my conclusion is that this is a complete red ocean. Competition's at an all-time high, and the market's being absolutely ravaged by tools. I don't want any part of that. So, as I said, you can still make money. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and say, you can't make money. It's not true. I'm nearly doing 30K a month myself. Like, that's amazing. That's literally a lawyer's salary in the UK. Like, that's great. Cool? So, the big opportunity for me is all around my outbound. Now, you probably don't know who the hell I am, but the way that I've been able to scale my agency is by having the best outreach that the prospect has ever seen. And if I'm bothered to edit it, if I edit in the responses that I've had from my outreach, it is insane. I regularly hear, daily, this is the best outreach I've ever seen. I hear it all the time. And the big opportunity for me is doing my outbound process for other people, doing it for mid-market and enterprise. Because honestly, if I can go to a company that's an LTV of 100K, charge them 20K, and get them more deals, it's a no-brainer. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what my big opportunity is. And on my LinkedIn, I'm getting so many DMs of people being like, this is the coolest outreach I've ever seen. Can you do this for me? I've received like 4 over the last week. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do creative outbound full time. And that's what this is going to be all about. So big opportunity. The way that I get my clients is via Superloom. So if you see here, this is my LinkedIn. Oh, this does not like it. So this is my LinkedIn. This is a Superloom I did for one of my current clients. I literally flew all the way to Lebanon just to shoot his video. You can see I'm duplicating myself. I'm putting tons of effort into my Superloom. And I've done these Superlooms publicly, I think maybe 13 or 14 times. And I've booked a meeting every single time and I've closed like 11 people from it. So it's clearly something that the market hasn't seen, and it's something that is a blue ocean. And very candidly, I'm quite good at content. I'm quite good. I'm probably in the top 15%. I'm one of the best in the world at creative outbound. I actually am. Like, no one's doing this. No one can do this like I can. And I can definitively say that I am actually one of the best in the world in it, because I've got people that are running 7 million ARR businesses, and they're going, this is ridiculous. So that's why. Cool. So I'm going to be attacking this full time. And the market response to it, like this guy hit me up saying, your content is sick. It was like 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep. No, it was 11:50 actually. There's a best message to receive on LinkedIn. Best message to receive was at LinkedIn. And he said, mainly it's the things that you do to get people's attention. Saw the one that you did for Cold IQ. Those boys are my competitors, but I think like and then we back and forth, and he was like, this is incredible. And I was sitting in bed and I was like, damn. I think I have something here, and that's why I want to go all in on this. This is another gentleman, and we actually exchanged messages on WhatsApp. Hope none of these people will mind me like sharing the DMs, but they were being very positive and nice, so it's just showing them in a good light, so hopefully they don't mind, but whatever. And then this gentleman here said, most genuinely creative and impressive thing I can remember seeing on here, keep it up. And he runs a cold email GTM business, so he understands outbound very well. So if he's saying to me, and the other guy, this guy's saying to me, yo, this is really impressive, keep it up. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I feel as if my calling is, as corny as that might sound. And this is Ty. This guy is huge in the LinkedIn pause. This guy's huge in the LinkedIn Twitter space, and he literally hit me up saying, "Yo, your strategy's genius." And we hopped on a call. A bit like it wasn't a closing call. It was just like to network and connect. And he was such a gentleman. He was explaining to me like, what you're doing is so impressive and cool. And he said to me, you could create an entire agency around this. And my dumb ass was like, do. And then 2 months later, I messaged him like, I think I'm gonna do an agency around this. So the point is that the market is responding so unbelievably well to my Superlooms and the creative outbound strategy that I'm doing. And even just from a personal perspective, I was driving my motorbike, and content I enjoy, because like I like being on camera, but creative outbound feels like almost like what I was put on earth to do. Like, it's taking the parts of my personality and projecting it into a business in full. And that's the fact that I'm clinically insane and I'm a psychopath. And I'm willing to do anything that's required to win. Shout out to my parents for instilling that into me. But I think a lot of people don't have that, and that's my superpower, and I want to be able to project that into my business as much as possible, and that's why I'm so excited for this next. Like, you can even see I'm beaming. That's why I'm so excited for the next venture, because it literally feels like what I'm supposed to be doing. Cool. So it's time to pivot. So I'm going toward a blue ocean. So instead, I'm going to offer this to enterprise, and I'm going to utilize these tactics for large companies. Ultimately, I want to sell this to Deloitte because I think it will be a very nice full circle moment. But we've got to start small. But I want to go to enterprise companies. I want to go to mid-market and employ all the strategies that I have used to scale my business to 30K a month. And instead of scaling my business 30K a month, I want to take this to the moon. If you've got an LTV of 100K and I can book you a meeting with a whale, you're gonna pay me 20. 80K arbitrage. Everybody's happy with that. So I'm happy getting paid. They're happy getting a meeting with a whale. And yeah, like just even the thought of it, I'm beaming at the thought of it. So the good thing about my strategies is, and I believe in my strategies so much, that I can honestly guarantee a meeting with anyone. So if they give me enough budget, I can get the meeting. Like one of my mentors, Andre Huckle Jr., we were talking about it. And he was like half jokingly being like, oh, could you get me a meeting with Elon Musk? Like he wasn't mocking me or anything. He's a great dude. And I went to him, if you give me the budget, yeah. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, if I find out what his routine is, because every human being has a routine, and maybe his routine might be flying on his private jet, but if I find out what his routine is, find out where he works, when he goes into work, because he's gonna go into work like everybody else at some point, I will just do a flash mob. I'll do a parade. And if you give me 400K, I'll book the Jabberwockies to dance. I'll have everybody I'll have everyone wear a t-shirt of Elon Musk, and then I'll have like a parade being like, Elon, we need to talk. You have to take the meeting. You have to. Because it's so psychotic, you can't be like, no. You're just from a sheer curiosity perspective, you're gonna be like, I have to hear what these people have to say. And because I'm guaranteeing a meeting, my job is finished. Whether you close them is up to you. That's on your ability to close. Mid-market and enterprise companies have long sales cycles, so that's for you to go and figure out with you and your team. But getting the introduction, oh baby, leave that to me. So that's why I'm really excited about this opportunity. So next thing I'm thinking is going on site to do it. So literally go to their HQ and make it happen. So imagine one day I come up with Salesforce, I'll go into Salesforce, I'll do all the work, I'll do the creative workshop with them. And the other thing is that this goes against AI. So whilst everyone's trying to automate everything, I'm gonna go the opposite way. And I think that's because I'm a human being that values connection, and I'm someone that values not the ability, but values being able to do business and connect with other humans in person. I like doing things, I like getting in the weeds with people. And AI is great for automating processes, but I don't think it's that good for actually forming like deep bond, strong business connections. Because strong business connections, whether you like to admit it or not, are formed over time. And that's what I think I'm all gonna do. So the next step for me is to figure everything out. So there's tons of work I have to do. Obviously the VSL, the landing page, etc. And I actually have a business partner on this venture, which I'm really excited about. But this is the beginning of a new journey for me. And I'm gonna be sunsetting my current agency, and it's been excellent in the amount of things I've been able to learn about B2B, about outbound. Like there's no way I would be able to do this current agency if I hadn't, this new offer, if I hadn't done this current agency. So I'll always be grateful to my current agency, Thakos. Like it's the first successful business I've ever had, and I'm almost ready to shed a tear thinking about it. But this next offer, the business called Linko, Linco, is honestly what I was supposed to do. And it feels almost divine. It feels almost as if this is what my character, this is what my values, this is what my personality is all about. So yeah, shutting down my current agency, but I know that this new offer is going to do so unbelievably well, and I cannot wait for this next chapter. Anyways, appreciate you watching. I'll see you for the next one.